Hi everyone, it's Mary Carbundance. Welcome to my 365 days from eating disorder to recovery, and we're going to go into the topic of what are you here for on earth? So, you saw here my usual coffee before breakfast, and that was my breakfast. Watermelon. You know, this is 1 year ago in Quasi Recovery, just hitting the calories or whatever you want. This is a huge ass bowl. Like, this is actually like a salad, like decoration bowl, like literally this big. And I love watermelon. I could eat it every day in summer, and I probably will. And when I'm in the Philippines as well. But the thing is, I ate this watermelon because I was convinced, and my eating disorder was convinced, that everything else is bad for me. Like everything else but fruit and raw foods and stuff. And, you know, I made this smoothie with the watermelon. And I mean, that is so refreshing and it is so nice, and there's nothing wrong with it per se, in my opinion. And also with this meal of dates, basically a meal, and I felt great on it. But the thing is, you know, I did not have my period. I still had my hair falling out. And most of all, I actually had hell and war going on in my head. Mentally, I was really not well and not stable. If anything had asked me to go out, I would have been panicking because of my eating disorder, because all of these choices that I made here, as nice as they might be and as much as I really like them, they all fed my eating disorder. They all fed the notion in my head, the fear in my head that we need to be afraid of that. You know, so I guess I made a Gatorade smoothie out of that. I'm not sure if I made a smoothie out of that or if it's a banana smoothie, but it looks like it's a Gatorade smoothie. So just like the dates blended. I don't know why I had this in there. So this is my dinner, and sweet potatoes, kidney beans, mushrooms, all kinds of vegetables, and then this kind of tahini dressing. Love it, but also just feeding the wrong motivation behind it, like just feeding the fears. What I should have done here for recovery was eating all of the things I'm afraid of. It does not matter like what I think about it ethically or health-wise or whatever. Because you cannot live normal life if you cannot once in a while have like a normal cookie and a normal cake. And so I had to go the other extreme way. This was actually a dinner here that I had with David together. It is a whole bunch of rice. We also almost always go for seconds. And you know, this is 1 week ago of what I eat now, with some tomato sauce, and there's also tahini and peanut butter in there, which I just love. And so let's just hop straight into today's topic. I'm also going to actually add on some worship time. Like, I was leading worship on that day, on that Saturday. From Easter on, we're going to meet on Sundays again as a church, and the Tupperware you saw I had with me there, I actually ate it during the sermon because I was so hungry. And so I will just add it at the end if any of you guys are interested, just as some insight into my private life and into my faith life. And so let's get into this thing. I am on this planet for a reason. I had to look so close because it's already gone on my screen. You are on this planet for a reason. And this is something I really thought about so much in my Quasi Recovery, because there was this stinging sensation in my heart of, what are you doing? What the heck are you doing with your life here? Like, you are justifying all of your compulsions around food and exercise also at that time still. Like, I wasn't even exercising, I was just walking compulsively every day. And so I was like how is this going to end if I don't get closer to what I'm actually here for on this planet? And I really wrote diary, and like I was journaling and everything about, not even journaling, like not every day or something, but I just here and there took time to think about what I am here on Earth for, and also what I want to be here on this planet for. And for me personally, that also meant a lot of praying, a lot of asking God, like, Jesus, what am I here for? And for me, one thing that was certainly true, and that I was totally aware and just convinced of, was that I was certainly not here for being skinny and eating perfectly. Like, that has no meaning. Like, even in my heart, my values, all the time, all those 18 years of being an anorexia and or then typical anorexia, because, you know, only in the first year of those 18 years I was actually underweight, and the other years of those I actually was normal weight, and nobody would have thought that anything is wrong with me. And so I basically was still aware that this has no meaning in my opinion and in my heart and in my spirit. Like, I do not believe that this is giving the world anything. Like, in fact, if that is the content of my life, the main content of my life and the priority of my life, then I might as well die, and nothing really meaningful. I would not really leave anything meaningful behind. And that, guys, that hurts. When you let that sink deep, that hurts. And that, when you feel this pain, that is you, your real self. And that is beautiful. And that is very healing. And the more you ponder and think about that, you feel how your eating disorder doesn't like that, because it actually opposes everything the eating disorder values. And so that is a good sign. Every time you have the feeling you're doing something wrong, it is actually right, because it goes against your eating disorder. So these are just, some thoughts. I really want to encourage you to also do the same, and maybe share in the comments what your thoughts are about this, what actually this made you think about and changes for you, because it's just, I think it just starts beautiful things in our minds, and it goes against what we suffer with. Because be reminded, the eating disorder takes away your life. That is the whole agenda. Its whole agenda. It takes away everything that your real, true self, that still is there somewhere in you, that you really believe in. All of that, it goes against all of that. And so, I hope this helps you, and I'm just gonna let you have some insight in what I did last Saturday when I was leading worship. I see you next video. Bye. On a sinner's street.